Hello, and welcome to another Odyssey Nostalgia Raid Guide. We've reached the conclusion of the Tier 3 raids with the Fortress of Solitude Sunstone Matrix. As before, we're in full Tier 2 gear, Central City weapons, PvP, vendor rings and neck, with 65 spent skill points. This is Anhur,
66.
and I am joined by...
Ivywood.
Dreadwolf.
Mitchell.
Tesseract.
Flamefury.
Senilex.
Borsca. Well, it sounds like a robot there.
Yeah. In case anyone is wondering why every one of us had to go and repair, this was done immediately after the Fuzz 2 video and we hadn't repaired yet. We just came straight in.
As before, we've got a four-way split. Top left is myself, Anhur, Quantum DPS. Top right is Cold Fusion, Ice Tank. Bottom left is Tesseract, Quantum Controller. And bottom right is Ivybird, Nature Healer.
Extraordinaire.
Yeah, I'm alright, I suppose.
Meh. So, at the end of Fortress 2, Zod has betrayed... Fortress 2, Zod has betrayed us. He's stolen the Sunstone crystals.
No! The bastard.
A powerful weapon used to augment his own powers.
Fortress 2.
After a bit of speechifying, you'll have some enemies spawn on the central pad.
Which are?
You get 3 waves, isn't it? And each wave, there's more of them. And initially you start with...
One of each.
Infantry and a medic.
One medic, one sniper, one infantry.
There is a feat to do with the snipers and the medics. If you can manage to not hit any of the medic shields, which will come up soon,
Which I will not hit.
which Borsca always hits, you can get a feat for that. And if you manage to not activate the sniper's special attack, their special attack is activated by seeing anyone in the raid using a ranged attack.
When a sniper's alive.
Yes.
So we've got the second wave.
Just melee him.
The easiest way to get the sniper feat is just melee everything.
The medics, as you can see, they pull their left hand back and they get a green glow. If you lunge them, you'll interrupt them.
And there's the shield detonating.
Yeah, that's the medic shield.
Bullshit
Oh,
is
very.
trigger finger.
If you lunge them, you'll interrupt them. Otherwise, they will heal one other of their allies. But you have to watch out because they get this red shield around them, and if you hit them with a weapon attack when they've got that shield, it'll pulse and it'll basically one-shot everybody in the area. Well done,
Thank
Borsca.
you for that, Borsca.
You do have a small window, and I do mean a small window of opportunity to either knock them back or crowd control them to interrupt the shield.
Probably worth noting as well, while both feats are possible in a single raid, you can go in, focus on just doing the sniper feat, and then come back in again just to focus on the medic feat. Give yourself some space and breathing room, don't stress yourselves out too much.
We're all pretty comfortable with dealing with the medics, or a bit too comfortable dealing with the medics, so I think we've just sort of taken on everything at once, really. But I think, generally speaking, when you come in and you're less familiar with them, you leave the medics to last. You take out the snipers with your melee combos, so you can use your range combos again, and then you work your way through the infantry, and then when there's only the medics left, that's when you focus on them.
Yeah, the tank will usually pull the medics to off the central kind of pad, so the team can focus on the other guys.
The infantries you want to leave last. They do damage, but there's no mechanic to them that's really going to jeopardise the raid success.
So this is the third wave of mobs, isn't it?
Yep.
And then none comes into play.
Yep. You'll get Non, you'll get Ursa,
None of what?
and you'll get Zod finally.
Oh.
When these bosses come out, I think each of them has a sort of a attack that they do just as they come out, which if your tank's got aggro, it's fine, but if it hits anybody else, it'll pretty much just one-shot them.
Yeah, it's a good idea to block when they first come out.
Yeah, I can remember Barry saying block, and I thought, nah, don't need to block here.
Block? What's that?
And that's when I died.
That's what you get for hitting his shields, you bastard.
And as you saw earlier as well, you get a couple of ads on the left and the right. Can't remember what they're called actually.
Sentries.
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 And
The
you get
bigger
one of
versions,
the mini ads, the sniper, the medic, the infantry. One of those will spawn at random as well throughout the rest of the fight. Basically, you shouldn't ever get more than one at once, but they will just pop up every now and again.
Those are individual mobs that spawn as well. They will count for the feet as well, so you need to keep an eye out for which one spawns.
I think we saw a sniper spawn there.
Yeah, so if you get the sniper, you want to be going into your melee combos. If you get a medic, you want to be taking it down. Don't hit the shield with weapon attacks. If you get an infantry, if possible, don't touch it at all, because while he's up, it prevents anything else from spawning, so it just makes it easier for the feat achievement.
The sentries that are up whilst none is out, you get these red Sunstone sentries, and they don't really do very much.
Yeah, but how about the ones that come out from Ursa?
The ones with Ursa,
Sen.
the white ones. Sen, you going to tell us about them?
Yeah, they hit even more harder.
There we go. There we have it.
There
So
we
you
have it.
You don't really want to melee those sentries at all if you can help it.
Yeah.
They
The thing
can't-
about the sentries, though, they're very easily crowd controllable, though.
You can't stun them with a couple. Certainly, I know a couple of the quantum stuns, the Tachyon Burst and Anomaly, the moves that are just pure stuns. Basically, they will have no effect whatsoever. But anything that's got a juggle on it, so Singularity would have an effect on them. Like Sticky Bomb and Gadgets has an effect on them. Anything that'll knock them off their feet will work, but the stuns don't seem to have any effect.
I tend to lunge straight in and pop a Savage Growth.
Yeah.
We'll juggle them.
Every now and then that you can juggle them with that as well, yeah.
The downside to that is you've lunged straight into melee range.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I just gotta
works.
say, my favorite part about this raid has nothing to do with the game mechanics at all. It's when Zod says none has fallen. I could just go. Yeah, I just think that's hilarious when he says that none has fallen.
I love it when they go.
None shall pass. None has fallen.
I love it when they go. Death it is then.
I think
You
the
shall
long and
not
hard bit is
pass.
funny.
I think Anhur's favourite bit is when they go long and hard.
You fought long and hard. Oh yes, we have. We've taken a lot of balls to the face.
We stuck to the outer rim.
Tess, you need to turn off your Steam notifications.
There you go. So you see those red targeting reticules around us. A sniper spawned. He's caught us doing ranged attacks, and so he's instigated his own special attack, which hits like a truck.
it's not quite a one shot though, so if you're not worried about the feet, your healers will probably be able to cover it.
The problem is when you've got two of them up, because if two of them hit you, it will kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just got a question there. English is not my first language. Did you just call them ridicules?
Reticules.
Reticule. A targeting reticule.
Reticule.
Yeah.
Yes.
Reticule.
That's like a corsair.
A crosshair, yeah.
Or in your
Okay.
language, ridicule.
Or funny round thing.
I just thought you said ridicule.
When
There we
Zod-
got a reticule come up there.
When Zod comes out, he can spawn either the red sentries or the white sentries, which, as we've noted, hit even more harder. As well as that, he also has the attack where he hovers in the air and he does I-beam lasers around the place, which can be painful if you get hit by it.
I-beam
It's easy to
lasers.
avoid.
I'm firing my laser.
I-beam
I'm a fire
lasers.
in my laser.
That's what I said.
bar.
Heat vision.
That's the one. It's I-beam
I-beam.
lasers,
I-beam lasers.
You dead.
and then you get all the loot.
For all the good it's worth.
They only really drop weapons for the most part in here.
A lot of them.
There are
Yes,
it's
upgraded
right.
weapons from the FODS 2 and FODS 1 ones, though.
Ursa dropped her knickers for me once.
How nice of her.
Yeah.
And we have more speechifying by Superman and Lex.
There is a speed feat in this raid, but it's 30 minutes, I believe. And on average,
Yeah,
you
you'll have
should
to
really be
screw
doing
up
this
a
raid in
lot of
10
times not
minutes.
to get it.
If you're doing it with a tier 5 gear, if you're in here for 10 minutes, shame on you. Shame on you.
Yeah, 3-4 minutes should be easy.
We're barely in here 10 minutes here.
And there we have it. The completion of the Fortress of Solitude raids. We've been Odyssey, this has been a Nostalgia Raid Guide. Thank you for watching.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Bye. Hello everybody, my name's Anhur, I'm leading Odyssey. Welcome guys to another Odyssey raid guide.